Hello and welcome to episode 15 of our Rayuel campaign. So, in this episode, we are going to be going to war with the Jaddari, because in the last episode, they were beaten up by Catarata, and they were forced to release Alxes, Varmhar, and Kalib from their borders, which is very nice. The problem is, all of these guys were guaranteed by Catarata. They have since revoked that guarantee. But I would rather go at Jaddari and get some more work done in taking back Saurian's cores. Now I know the plan was to feed Saurian a lot, but since I messed up and gave them this province, I don't think we're going to do that anymore. I think I'm just going to have to take their cores back, probably give them the land to connect it, and then annex them. Now we are in the middle of annexing our other vassal, Ordia. And since their noble rebels are gone now, we can go ahead and drop a fort into this province. Now, they deleted their other fort, and I know that the AI in this patch delete forts they can't pay for, but I'm not sure if they will delete forts that the player builds in their land. So, I guess we will find out how that's going to work here soon enough. Looks like we are actually being pirated up here. They do have a little bit of strength, so let's send our war galleys out to hunt pirates, just to make a little bit more money. We are making a ton of money, enough to where we are, if I go back to here, you know, we are 12 force limit over, and we're losing about 10 ducats a month, but it really doesn't hurt us that much, so we're just going to keep the extra 10 and use the money that we do make to build some more manufactories. Look at that, an extra ducat a month. Very nice. We're going to go and drop down to speed 4. Jaddari is nothing. No, they're nothing. They were scary at one point. They are no longer scary. Now, Brisson is guaranteed by Catarata, but Brisson is only 28% war score, so we are going to annex them without co-belligerizing them, just to make our lives a little bit easier here. Alright, and yes, I believe we are good to go. Now, I'm not going to carpet siege too much here, because I know their armies are up in the area. Now, Jaddari is also at war down here in the south against the Gnolls, but I don't think the Gnolls are really going to be able to hold out. So yeah, it looks like Jaddari has actually moved their troops down. Last time I saw them, they were up north, but they are back down again, so we are going to take out Brisson's troops, and then we are going to just carpet siege the absolute living crap out of these guys, because there is no one here to defend them. Oof, not too long ago I was afraid that it was going to be the Jaddari coming in towards me, but now it is quite the opposite way around. We can go ahead and unpause. Looking over here in the Serpent Spine, Skewer Drake is still alive, and they are one of the goblins, I believe. Yes. Which is pretty interesting. They're really strong. The dwarves down here in the south did not do very well, though Verkal Gulan is expanding into the Harpies, who they were released in the last war when Sarkasabid forced Jaddari to release them. And then they only took these provinces, which was a little weird, but yes, you can have access. We are at war with the same person. That's unfortunate. But yeah, nope, we're going to take the offense. Faith or tolerance. So, I was told in the comments of a past video that when I accept this, I am letting the Jaddari mercenaries go into the provinces, and then that's what's causing the conversion. So we are going to absolutely not let them in. We will take the prestige this time, and we will tell the Jaddari mercenaries to go away, because we do not want the Jad to spread any farther in our lands. We are the new Sun Cult, not the Jaddari. Alright, now, against Catarata, we are building a spy network, and I'm going to continue grabbing claims, because we're going to want to go to war for these provinces in here. And probably down into here, and then that's all we'll need for probably a good chunk of time. And the adventurers have defeated bandits, and there's a wyvern, or a wyvern, sorry. Where is that? It's in Blockle. Okay. That's fine. Not much I can do about that at the moment. Just continue to move forward, I suppose. Try and take the least amount of attrition possible. And we will check, are they done with this war down here? Yes, it seems they are moving back up north most likely, so Let's get our guys to rotate in and consolidate just a tiny bit. To see what they can do. Just to make sure they don't get jumped on. Also bring these 7K down south. Do we have access to Catarata? We do not, so we can probably leave these 7K troops here and we will be pretty safe. Yep. Carpet sieging is fun, but it could be kind of a pain to keep track of sometimes. Lots of clicking of the buttons. Alright, just keep on moving forward here. Shadow Dreamer is an equal amongst men, which is these guys right here. So I guess we are getting to the point in the game where monstrous nations will no longer be considered monstrous. That really doesn't do much for us. There's nobody monstrous around us except for the centaurs over here, but they're not really a threat and I don't want their land, at least not at the moment, so not a problem for me. In the meantime, I want to make sure I am getting a claim onto Alxes. That will be taking these two provinces in this war. That way we can ensure that we can eat up all these OPMs and 2PMs when the time comes. And let's continue to move forward. Now we're going to be getting into places where we could take a lot of attrition, so we need to be a little bit careful here. Now, Brisson, that's it for you, buddy. Have a nice life. Yeah, a lot of AE. Nobody that matters anymore. And, yep, 96. That's fine. 18% overextension. Alrighty, and that is Brisson taken care of. They are out of here. Now, do we have more harpies to expel? Yes, we do. We have 3 more provinces of harpies. 4 more provinces. And then we can stop expelling harpies. And then that'll give us some more admin efficiency, which would be very, very nice. We'll go loot Saurian for right now. Again, they don't have anything that's going to threaten us. Yeah, I mean, the Jaddari, when they got double teamed on both sides, that really took them down a notch, which I will never complain about when I'm not playing as them, that's for sure. You have a general, so you are good to move forward. Let's split you so you don't take too much attrition, and you can back them up, you can back them up. These guys are just going to loot. Now, purchase an ability. Let's go ahead for the institution spread. Hopefully, our ally, Istralor, gets it and then sells it to us like they did last time. That would be nice. Let's also make sure that we are building these very nice manufactories. Now, we are taking quantity ideas, so hopefully our force limit is going to go up sooner rather than later. And then we can field probably one of, if not the largest army in the world, other than the command. If I had to assume, the command is going to be very far ahead of us. We're not too far behind Laurent, realistically. We just don't have any cavalry, and they have a lot because they're very good at it. But out of the people we can see, we are the 2nd largest army in the world, with Catarata being the 3rd. Though I would have to assume the command, especially a strong command, as they are the number 3 great power, probably has a huge army. I have played in a game where I have seen the command take the military hegemon. It's always terrifying to see the AI take a hegemony. That means that they are really rolling. It looks like Saurian is going to go for the Jaddari capital, which is beautiful. Make sure these guys don't get jumped. Yep, alright. I thought something about Zaka, and I was really confused. I was like, Zaka's dead. Been dead for a long time. Let's bring our troops together here. Come on. Can we not catch him? No, we cannot. Let's bring him up north. We'll catch him in Sarsad here. Or he will run away. Coward! Come back, fight me! Why can I not combine them? There we go. That's fine. Just kind of unfortunate that they're running away. Let's look at the peace deal that I want to take. So I do want you to return all of your cores to Saurian here. I want this. It'll cost some Diplo, but that's fine. We have enough. I want to take these 2 provinces. And if I look at provinces that I need to form, Circus, which is our formable, I need Brisson and Enzabet. So I can hand off everything else over to Sarian without much problem. Alright, so that's only 39% war score. I could try and dip deep into Jaddari here, but that means that I'd have to deal with rebels down there. So maybe we do something like that, and then we begin to divvy them up. Now I know there is a gold province here, but it looks like that's a Sarian core, so we will not be able to grab that, which is unfortunate. Just trying to see trade power wise, where's some strong trade? I mean, everything along the Golden Road here is strong trade. We are still gaining Diplo, so I can afford to go a little bit over. Yeah, I like that. Well, no I don't. I want more. I always want more. Maybe, I don't know. Like that? Looks good to me. 421. We cannot afford that. Yeah, we're gonna have to be a little bit cautious with how much we take here, but that's alright. We're not in a rush to kill Jaddari, just gonna do it piece by piece. And how close are we to actually getting that peace deal? Very far. Because we don't occupy any forts. Yeah, I forgot about that, because they only have one fort. So let's make sure that we send some troops out to besiege down their capital. Hopefully they get there before Jaddari retrieves their capital, or relieves it, I should say. Now, this province right here could end up being very good, except for the fact that it has orcs in it. Never mind. Are Shadow Dreamer orcs? They are! Oh, I thought they were goblins. My mistake. So yeah, this hold is useless, because only dwarves, goblins, and kobolds can dig and make these holds deeper and lower development cost and make them super good. So that's unfortunate. We gotta make sure we take this fort though, because then we will... Oh, I shouldn't have stopped them. Oh well. Then we will be able to... You know what? I was saying something, but I don't remember. Okay. Well, we just took them on without a general, and we did okay. My guess is they're going to retreat back into the mountain range, so we will follow them. The Day of the Sheep. So, for centuries, the Zanzapi of the Sad Sur Mountains have celebrated the Umaslu, the Day of the Sheep, on the winter solstice. Named after the shadow cast by the local mountains, which very much resembles such a creature, it is celebrated by a strict adherence to all the Sun Cult's tenets and prayers to give Suriel strength to bring back longer days, along with a big plate of spiced ovine meat. Recently, with the influx of visitors to the restored Eklu Zagnu, people from across Bulwar have learned of the tradition. Towns across the land have started to host their own versions of the festival, borrowing the Zanzapi name and rituals, even if no mountains cast any animal-shaped shadows in their vicinity. The herders, hearing about this, have mostly reacted with amusement, along with the delight of this newfound market for their livestock. Now that the word has reached the Great Morass, he must decide his reactions as well. Should Rayuel embrace this new tradition with a state-sponsored feast at the next solstice, or should we leave it to the domain of the peasants? Interesting. So that's this province right here. And it starts with a ruined city, but it seems that whoever held this before, which I believe it was, yes, the Jad, they fixed it. So thanks, Jad. Yeah, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't take that. That's definitely worth more than 10 prestige. No doubt about that one. This should hopefully be a wipe. We did attack on a hold, so maybe not. Nope, and that's it for the Jaddari. Alright, we can send these guys home, probably. All we need to do is probably put it up to speed 5. No reason to wait around. And unfortunately, our candidate we were re-electing, the 666, has died. Let's grab the E333. Good ability? National tax? Alright, we'll take it. We probably won't re-elect him. We'll wait one re-election term and then we'll start re-electing someone else. We can take quantity ideas, and we are very far ahead on tech, so we will do that. So that will give us another minus 5% land maintenance modifier. And it also gives us another Rayuel idea. So, diverse neighbors. Humans, goblins, dwarves, and elves. The countries surrounding Rayuel are as diverse as its people are. Our republic was almost destroyed when the dwarves of Obdel Tungur supported the Krathanori rebellion against us in 1421, but the goblin invasion forced them to deal with the goblins instead of us. We have learned that pitting our enemies against each other is key to our survival, so plus 20% in spy network construction. Alright, not super useful, but pretty interesting. Always love that lore, and that is it for the Jaddari. They won out of this war, like, immediately. We will take that, and then we will hand it off to our vassal. And, oh. Let's declare some wars first. Yeah, I think that's the smart thing to do. Monetary reforms? Ah, yes, I would gladly lose 1 inflation. Thank you. Oh, and we are fighting some Jad zealots there. That's alright. Glad we caught them. And then let's also declare on Khalib, who is allied with this guy. Actually, I guess we don't need to. We can pull back. I just don't want a coalition to form because of this peace. So go ahead, we'll peace out. And then the same day, we will grab a claim, and then we will declare. Nope, not peace out. I want to declare war on Khalib. Co-belligerize this dude and declare a conquest war. War after war after war, you know how it is. Unfortunately, that does mean that we cannot hand land off to our vassal. So we will have to do it after this peace deal is over. I think that's right. Yeah, let me feed them all of that. And we're not too overextended at the moment. Let's bring all of our guys back out of the desert. No reason to be chilling out there. Alright, so we are going to send, I don't know, probably 16 guys to fight. Put down these armies. Bring it back to speed 4 real quick. That way I can plan out my movement here. Let them lock in. You keep moving back, please. Man, they're fast. Oh yeah, just chase them up into the mountains. They won't do very well. And it seems that we have completed a mission. Restore Valor, so let's make sure we complete it before they delete the fort. We gain +1 base manpower down here. So, while boasting of a proud history, one even prouder than our Azka, Valor is now a shadow of its former self, a ruin with crumbling walls and weak foundations. The current state of Valor is a sorry one, but so too is the state of affairs for the Ordi people. Despite its visible decline, we nonetheless must thank Valor for safeguarding what little remains of the Ordi after the Goblin Exodus. As such, we should strive to rebuild the keep to a state it has not seen since the migrant fleet arrived on the shores of Halkan. Re-erect old towers and rebuild it into a shining castle to reinvigorate the Ordi people and show them that we are their saviors and not oppressors. That's right, we're all about saving the humies. Alright, and now we have to take Nathalair from our ally who's in the Empire, so that'll be a lot of work for a different day, probably. For right now, we are going to continue this war right here. Make sure that everybody's coming back still. Yes. And we have cored everything down here. Let's go take out Varumhar. Man, these guys are fast. Send this 8k to Khalib, send this 9k down south. Yes, you can all have access, that's fine. You will not get a general, that's okay though, I don't think you'll need one. You outnumber them enough. Ooh, okay. This is kind of what we were waiting for. I will take the stability. And with the missionary strength, yes, we can start to convert some stuff. Specifically, by stuff, I mean the Jad. Can we get a missionary strength guide? We can. Okay. So we can start to convert away the Jad provinces. At least for a little bit here. Which is pretty valuable for us since there are a lot of them. And we want some more religious unity. Let's keep sending these guys down south. Actually, I guess send you right here. You can wipe that army. Beautiful. And we can go back to B5. No problem. Send you onto the fort. Send you down. Jad is no longer considered a great power, and so the Jad have fallen. At one point they were a huge threat to us, but now they are nothing. For both of those, we're probably pushing our overextension a little bit now. Get that stack wipe. You two go there. You combine here. Because we're gonna go make sure that we're ready for all the rebels that will inevitably pop up over here in the new eastern part of our empire. I'm really sick and tired of you running around. Thank you. Thank you for cooperating, and just deciding to get caught. And unfortunately, I did not bring any cannons over there. Cannons are on this stack, so let's send them onto the fort real quick. Harpies cause unrest. I will take the points, please. Katarada declares war on all Zaz or whatever. It seems that their war with the Jaddari ended in a light peace. That's unfortunate for them. That would have been their best chance at gaining anything back, but they're definitely not going to make it now. Alright, come on. Give it to me. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and full annex both of these countries, and there's really nobody left to form a coalition against us. Alright, perfect. Now, let's go ahead and hand off some provinces over to Sariend. So that way they can core them and I don't have to. I have enough problems as it is. And enough admin points that I'm spending. Okay. Cool. And then I'll just core this. That's fine. Unless this is a core of yours. No, you just have a claim. That puts us at 99.3. Okay, no. I was like, wow, that was cutting it real close. Alright, so let's bring these two groups together. That way I can make an even stack. This is almost our even stack, but... Can we make a 2010? Well, it's going to make one. I don't think our force limit has increased. No, it has not, so I'm going to cancel those two cannons, that's for sure. So we have... I'm going to send two cannons over to that stack. That way they can have a full 10. I would rather them be at a full 10. And then you can grab a general, come back to a safe spot, and you're going to drill. And then you are going to do the whole rebel suppression thing. Don't know why they would want to rebel. We are their saviors, after all. I'm sure they might have a different opinion of that, but we're not asking them for their opinion, so yeah, how about that? And then also down here in the south, got to make sure that we keep these guys under control. And I might have done an oopsie. I forgot to connect to this province, so yeah, hopefully that unrest goes down. It should with overextension and war exhaustion. Because if rebels pop up there, there's not really much that I can do for them. Alright, we are regaining manpower. I was going to say we have lots of money. There goes about 360 ducats, though. Let's take a look at our mission tree here. I know we need to develop, and I know there's some buildings that we have to do. Right, Admin Tech 11, which we now have. So let's go ahead and build a... What does that say? A textile manufactory? Yes, in Azcatil, or a mission. Make sure we get that done. We cannot build universities yet. That's completed. We don't have the religious unity. Yeah, so once that manufactory is in place, then we will be able to continue on. And then this province will need... Okay, it has everything it needs. And it has the development, so let's just do the 2 development. Or no, wait. It needs... 8 Diplo development specifically. Well, we can get it there. There we go. And then I'm just going to go through and turn off edicts. Our people revel in freedom. That's right. So much freedom. There's no more freedom anywhere else other than here. Unless, of course, you're part of the groups that we're expelling, but we don't talk about those groups. They don't exist, right? Right. Good talk. Alright, we will take the monthly Diplo as well. Harpy minority is expelled. Are we done with the hype? Nope, we still have Harpy majorities. Let's favor the clergy. And we'll give them some land, which sucks, but what we have to do. Let's convert the Regent Court. Yeah, Saurian, there's 31 ducats. I guess you can have some money. Let's get a 47.47 income going. I will switch to a different candidate. Yes, we're going to be re-electing this one. Love that trade efficiency. Oh yeah, 33 ducats. And remember, we are still over, only by 7 now, so we're only paying about 5 ducats a month. Now, military, we can obviously afford a level 3 advisor, but none of these level 3 advisors are any good. So let's actually fire the level 1s. Goblin refugees. Confiscate what they have, I guess. And I would rather lose prestige. There we go, morale of armies. We can upgrade them. So let's go ahead, plug that in, get you to at least level 2 before I can afford a level 3. Take the next part of quantity ideas. We are really starting to grow here pretty quickly. And it's only going to continue. So, servant makes masterpiece. Alright. Beautiful artwork, money, or a cheaper admin advisor. Let's go with the money. Profiteering. I don't really care what Galen's opinion is. They are pretty large, but yeah, go away. Harpylin. I can't take tech, admin tech, and look at that. We are just about caught up on admin tech. We still have not received an offer to get the institution. I wish you could ask your AI allies. It might be because they don't like us a whole bunch, so let's go ahead and improve relations with both of our allies. And I think we need to start preparing for... Okay, that's very far away. I think we just give them some autonomy there. I think we start preparing for a war against Catarata. Yeah, they are allied to Sagamber. I'm not worried about it. I could call in Arnon in. I could probably get Istralor in at some point. Definitely Arnon in, and that would be enough to take care of Sagamber. Because if we look, they only have... Okay, they actually have 35,000 troops. That's surprising. I know from experience that you cannot have 35,000 troops when you're that size, but fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, maybe we'll have to buy Busalar, get them out of debt, something like that. Let's make sure that we have a claim on this province specifically. 40 development, very valuable. Very important that we have that. I think once we deal with all these rebellions and such, then we will be able to go at our good friend, the Cataratas, and deal with them in a forceful fashion. But yeah, look at that. We are expanding. We got a little bit of a snake going on into the desert. Next war against Jaddari, we'll definitely be able to take at least most of this. There's some pretty high development stuff around here, unfortunately. But yeah, we're up to 101,000 manpower. Gordy has more rebels. We do have to go deal with those rebels, because if they siege down the capital, then it'll stop the annexation. Oh, actually, our annexation is almost done. That is perfect timing, because it's going to come in right near the end of the episode. Because those rebels will stay, so let's take them out. Okay, I guess I should probably send them to actually fight, huh? And Ornia has been annexed. And there go the rebels. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's very nice. And if I wanted to go straight into annexing these guys in 1583, I'm going to just start that. Why not? Now, it did give us some more ships. I will delete the transport. I will send them back to our island that's really good with the Navy and upgrade them. This one troop, sure, I suppose you can join. And I think we... Yeah, we just state all of this. I don't see why we wouldn't. I won't state. Well, sure, why not? A couple provinces that I will have to core. And Catarata declares war on Jaddari. That's interesting. What do you want from them? I don't like that. Taking this down here doesn't bother me as much, but I don't want to compete with them for pushing forward into Jaddari's land. Definitely going to have to deal with Kedarata sooner rather than later. Let's stop doing that. That way, I really want to get rid of those rebels right there. Let's send our troops down the south, because I think in the next episode we are going to be going to war with the Kedaratans. We are being a little bit risky re-electing right now with only 69 Republican tradition, but oh my goodness. Look, 50 mill power is great, but 20 army tradition? Yes, I will take that, and I will instantly hire 2 generals. Decent amount of shock, or fire, excuse me. Which is an interesting thing to have. We don't quite have the shock pips yet to make that worth it, but you know what? We'll take a good general when we can. We are not going to allow them to have access to our lands because I don't want Kedarata's troops messing around with me. But this is where we're going to call for this episode. In the next one, we are going to go to war with Kedarata. We are going to take at least Brissan. That way, once we take a province off of Sarian forcefully, then we can form a new nation, Suricus. Super excited. Luckily, we will keep the missions for Rayuel when we form Suricus. So we won't lose all this great content. We will just add on to it, and we are going to get super powerful very quickly. I am looking forward to it. But I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.